guys, so we are doing another plan with me today. I have been obsessed with bullet journaling ever since this year started, and as you guys know, I've been working on my bullet journaling skills. March is a really special month for me because it is my birthday month. My birthday is March 31st. BTW, I'm a 90s baby. So for this month's theme, I wanted to do a theme that was very retro vibes, things that I grew up seeing and watching as a child. And I'm so excited for this theme because it is hands down the best theme I have ever done. If you guys recreate this theme in any way, send me photos so I can put it in next month's video. If you guys are gonna be planning with me while I plan this video, go grab your pens, go grab your tea, go grab your coffee. And if you guys are not planning with me, sit back, relax, watch me plan my life out so you guys don't have to, and let's go ahead and get started. Woo! Alright guys, let's get started with this journal because I am so excited to show you guys how it turned out. For my March cover page, I wanted to keep it simple because every other page was going to be crazy, so I just drew out a typewriter. Typewriters are definitely things I used as a child. I remember my uncle gave me one as a kid and I would literally write really embarrassing letters like, do you like Jake? Does Jake like me? I don't know why, but that's how me and my friends would interact with each other when we were 7 years old. So for this drawing, it looks very difficult, but it's actually not as hard as you would think it is. I am no way a drawer or an artist at all, but what I did was I just googled typewriter drawings and I just used a photo that I found on the internet as a reference, and I just kept referencing it while I was drawing it. Since aquamarine is the birthstone of March, I just wanted to make my typewriter that color. It's such a pretty color and I think it's perfect because it's probably one of my favorite colors as well. So what I did was I used 3 different shades of aquamarine. I used the lightest color as highlight and the darkest color as a shader, and then for the little typewriter kind of mechanical features, I just used a light gray and a dark gray color. And then I'm using this light tan color to kind of age the color of the keys. It's honestly really hard to see what I did with that tan color. And then to make the March look more hand lettered, I just went in with my black pen again and I just darkened the downward strokes. What I should have done looking back on this is that I should have definitely used a typeface font instead of a cursive font. I don't really know what I was thinking, but your girl just didn't think that far ahead. So for my quote this year, I chose a quote that was kind of about birthdays and getting old. So for my quote this month, I chose the quote, "You are never too old to set another goal" by C.S. Lewis. If you don't know who C.S. Lewis is, he wrote the Chronicles of Narnia, and as you guys can see in this close-up, you can kind of see what I was talking about when I was aging the keys. So for the next page, I'm working on my March overview. I really love how this page turned out. It's probably one of my favorite pages, and I'm just setting up my journal like I've been setting up the past 2 months. I have 5 columns and 5 rows to the left, and 2 columns and 5 rows to the right, and then I'm creating 2 boxes to the right. They're not exactly the same size, but one is for goals and the other is for highlights. I normally have more highlights than goals every single year, which is why my highlights box is bigger than my goals box. And then I'm just taking my black pen and just shadowing all of my block letters. Block letters were super popular when I was a kid, so I wanted to have block letters for most of my actual titles. I only showed you guys doing this to my March overview, but after I finished this page, I actually shadowed everything else. Block shadowing was really popular when I was a kid. We would do block letters all the time and then shadow them, so I thought this was really fitting for the month of March. And then below my calendar, I'm just creating a key, so I use hearts for birthdays, squares for holidays, circles for social events, and then triangles for work events, and then asterisks, that's so hard to say, for appointments. So you guys will notice that this month's theme, I kind of went all out with the coloring, and I'm just creating this retro pattern of circles and squares, and then I'm also including these wonky blue squiggly lines. This was super popular in the 80s and the 90s to have these big block shapes, so I'm just superimposing the same shapes on top of the yellow shapes with this blue color, and then shading that in with the black as well. And then for the little blue squigglies, I'm just creating a drop shadow effect. And then I am coloring the entire page in pink. And then right now I'm just adding in my goals and important dates, like my birthday is on the 31st. So if you guys are planning with me right now, go ahead and add my birthday on the 31st. And for some of the goals I want to accomplish for the month of March, I want to read 1 book, post 4 YouTube videos, eat vegetarian 80% of the time, and then I want to diary daily. For the next 2 pages I am working on my habit tracker and my mood tracker. These are one of my favorite pages in my bullet journal. I'm just using this thin washi tape to separate my title from my actual pages, and then I'm just highlighting and shadowing in my words with a black pen and a white gel pen. P.S. I am gonna link everything that I use in this video down below in the description box if you guys are curious about which pens I use. And I'm just creating 6 boxes with 31 squares each. And then for the habits I am tracking this month, I am tracking wake up before 9:30, eating no candy, doing my skincare routine every single night, going outside because I literally have a bad habit of not going outside because I literally work from home, picking up 10 different things every day so I'm less cluttered, and then deleting my emails because I literally have thousands of unread emails right now. Now for my mood tracker, I think this was such a cool freaking idea. I haven't seen anyone do this, but because we're doing a retro theme, I wanted to kind of play a game with my moods. So I decided to play Tetris for my mood tracker, and I'm using 5 different shapes of Tetris with 5 different colors. So if you guys are wondering how this works, every single day I'm gonna choose a shape that responds to my mood for that day, and I'm just gonna literally play Tetris with it, where I figure out where I want to put the pieces at the bottom of the rows to hopefully fill out the rows perfectly. If not, it's totally fine. And this is how the pages turned out. It looks so cute. I love low lighting and highlighting the words. It just makes everything pop, and I really cannot wait to play Tetris. So for my next 2 pages I am working on, I am so excited about. I've never made these pages in my bullet journal before, but I'm doing a daily meal tracker. I really want to go vegan sometime in 2020, so I just want to try it out by going vegetarian. I'm gonna go vegetarian 80% of the time, so this is gonna be my way of tracking how I'm eating. I've also been eating super unhealthy in the month of February because I've been traveling so much. I just got back from New Zealand last week, and I'm heading back to New Zealand again literally tomorrow. And so I wanted to track my meals. So how I'm doing that is I am creating 6 columns. I'm not spacing these out by like dates or anything like that because every single day I can probably eat so much or so little. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use like star stickers to like star the days that I actually do very, very well. But for this page's theme, I love how this page turned out so much. Again, I am just using big block shapes, and then I am just using a drop shadow effect, and then I am creating these little like black sesame seeds. They literally look like bugs from far away, but it made this page pop out. I love how this page turned out. It's so colorful, so me, and so cute. So the next pages I'm working on, I am working on my weekly layouts. I wanted to go above and beyond with the weekly layouts. What I did was I just used washi tape and I created 3 boxes on each page, which is a total of 6 per spread. There are 31 days in March, so I actually had the 1st of March on last month's spread because February had 29 days in it. So for this month of March, I'm gonna have 5 spreads total with 6 days on each page. You guys will see what I'm talking about in a little bit, but for the left side of my spread, I'm just having the March calendar, and then on my right side, I'm gonna have everything that is kind of like the weekly to-do thing. So I'm gonna have a to-do list, a to-buy list, and a to-clean list. The last couple of months in my bullet journal, I've been doing Dutch doors. I love having Dutch doors, but I've been craving having kind of like a weekly to-do list overview so I can see what I actually need to get done that week. And then I'm creating a drop shadow for everything because again, it's in my theme. So for this spread, I am just again creating shapes and superimposing different colored shapes on top of those shapes. I'm creating these little blue circles. You guys will see why very soon, and these little blue squiggly lines. I wish I made these circles and squiggly lines bigger because you can barely see them, and I'm just coloring it in with a Robin blue marker. I'm not gonna lie, these spreads took me so long to do because I had to do so much coloring. And then I'm just creating the dates with a black marker and just using a white gel pen on top. So every weekly spread is pretty much going to have the same layout, so I'm just going to fly by me making this. But for this week's spread, I'm just creating circles and lightnings and these little rainbow shapes, and I'm just outlining that in black pen and creating drop shadows as well. And then I'm just creating this grid. This looks literally to me something you would see in comic books in the 90s and 80s. It looks so cool. I'm not going to lie, it took forever to create this grid. I literally thought it was going to be so much easier than coloring it in with a full-on color, but it took so long, so be mindful of that if you guys are going to recreate this page. So I decided to just create the layout really quickly off camera. For this week's spread, what I wanted to do was create these little neon yellow worms. I don't know what other word to use. They look like little worms. Again, I'm creating a drop shadow. Literally, if you guys were drinking every time I said drop shadow, you guys would be drunk by now. But I'm just creating these drop shadows, and then I'm using the opposite color of yellow, which is purple, to color that in. A lot of the 90s patterns you'll see, they use contrasting colors to kind of create these patterns, and it just looks so cool and vibrant. And then I'm just coloring in all the words with this blue color. For this next week's theme, I was so tired of spending so much time coloring in every single page, so I pretty much did one of the easiest patterns ever. So I just drew out different shapes in different colors. I made sure none of the shapes were perfect, so what I'm drawing are little asterisks, little squigglies, circles with dots inside of them, squares, half circles, and other things like that. Now for this next page, I really love how I drew this out. It kind of reminds me of a tribal retro pattern. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing a bunch of triangles in different colors. I was trying to fill out all of the white spaces. And then after I did all of that, I grabbed a black pen, and then I just created these different shapes, little plus signs with circles, little triangles with dots, little squigglies, and I love how this turned out. It looks so cool. Definitely something you saw in the 90s. That is the last page I worked on for my bullet journal. I love how the weekly spreads turned out. I wanted to do a close-up of all of my weekly spreads so you guys can see the actual effort that went into them. So yeah, shout out to me. This is weekly spread 3, weekly spread 4, and weekly spread 5. So let me know which weekly spread was your guys' favorite. I'm really curious. And here is an overview of my March plan with me. Who would have thought my cover page was going to be one of the simpler pages? I'm so excited for this month. This month is going to be my birthday. I'm also traveling to Australia this month. I've been going to the South Hemisphere so much this year. I'm also so excited about this Tetris game I'm playing, and these daily meals I'm going to be tracking, and these weekly spreads where I'm actually going to be so much more productive. I really love how March turned out for me. Video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this retro theme. I'm literally so freaking proud of it. Let me know down below what your favorite page was from this month's theme. I'm so proud of it. I think it looks so cute, and I'm proud because I came up with this idea by myself. Normally I take inspiration from other YouTubers or other bullet journalers, and I feel like this month I just had an idea of what I wanted it to look like, and it came to life exactly how I wanted it to look like. So I'm really proud of it. I don't know why. I'm just very proud. That's not even the page I'm proud of. This is probably one of my favorite pages. But yeah, if you guys made it to the end of the video, I want to know. So comment down below, wow, your bullet journal had a glow up, because my bullet journal literally had a glow up, and I will literally like everyone who made it to the very end. Hopefully you guys enjoy these types of videos. Hopefully you found it therapeutic and relaxing to watch. These are one of my favorite videos to watch. But yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Bye.
Hey, you the best part of every single day. Ooh, no matter what I do, I'll be lost in you.